One exercise that you can use to implement this is what the rubber brain calls, very simply, the positive mindset activity. I want you to think back to a time when you felt stress and notice the experience. How did it make your body and mind feel? Perhaps you felt your heart quickening, or your palms starting to sweat, or maybe your head was flooded with 1,000 thoughts all at once. Now, instead of pushing them away, embrace these feelings and lay out your thoughts in front of you, because chances are some of them just might be the solution to your problem, and the energy that was created by your stress response can be channeled into motivation to implement these solutions. This technique is a part of a concept known as mindfulness-based stress reduction, or MBSR. First coined by psychologist John Kabat-Zinn in 1979, the effects of MBSR has since been studied countless times, including in a 2005 research paper by Shapiro and co-workers, who found that after 8 weeks, those who partook in MBSR experienced improved compassion and decreased distress by 22 and 23% respectively. I'm glad you asked. The thing is, once you've adopted a stress-enhancing mindset, there is actually an array of problem-focused strategies you can use to manage your situation. One of these is cognitive reappraisal, which is just fancier words for thinking about the skills and resources you have to cope with your stress. Say you're worried because you completely forgot to study for an exam today. You might want to read through the exam notification and see which topics are being tested. Through cognitive reappraisal, you'll realize that through completing your homework and passive learning from listening to lectures, you will have at least some of the knowledge that is required for the exam. Now, what if you had absolutely nothing in your brain because you had never touched that subject once? Then it may be worthwhile to turn to some of the other problem-focused strategies mentioned in the rubber brain, such as putting things into perspective. Say this exam is worth 30% of your course mark. That's only 10% when weighed against your other two subjects, and even less when you think about the impact of this mark on your overall WAM. Of course, this isn't to say that it's not important, but it will allow you to realize that right now, the most efficient pathway for your stress is to channel it into motivation to improve your study skills and time management skills for the next exam. Some stresses are not so clear-cut and simple to solve. You might be going through relationship issues or having a quarter-life crisis. Okay, let's just say that your mum has been seriously stressing you out lately because of the way she nags on about every little thing. Our problem-focused strategies may want us to assess our resources, maybe consider talking to her and tackling the problem head-on, but what if that doesn't work? This is where you may want to try emotion-focused strategies that allow you to create space between you and the stressor. Of course, mindfulness is a huge part of this. Outside of being mindful about your stress, you can also practice meditating and being more aware in your day-to-day activities. Or maybe your thing is physical activity. Now, you don't have to be an athlete to reap the benefits of a morning jog or hula hooping. In 2014, a research paper published in SportsMed by Sinha and Stolz-Kolemainen found that 85.7% of their research revealed that physical activity and stress are negatively correlated.
Created using Powtoon.